torch fired up. We're going to melt some aluminum today. We're going to do some casting. Me and Spencer. We're going to try and do a few pours. Going to try and cast a manifold for a KC440. Got some aluminum to melt down. Things are warming up.
So the boxes together are 750 cubic inches.
Together are 750 cubic inches?
Cubic inches, yeah. The whole like cross section multiplied by length, width, height.
Yeah.
The volume of them, 750 cubic inches. When you mix the bentonite clay into your green sand mix, you want to pulverize it down so it's like a nice fine powder, as fine as you can get.
So how did you pulverize it? Just like
I got a food processor for like $7 at the thrift shop. So
a food processor for $7 from the thrift shop, and you pulverized your cat litter with that.
Then you mix 150 cubic inches of that into some sand. There's an exact recipe for it. Mix the bentonite clay and the finest sand you can get, basically, and then mix it with water. Sand? I got it from Home Hardware, so.
Oh yeah, it's got it. Yeah, no, that looks like the stuff, like, as it breaks apart the way they say when you squeeze it.
It sticks to your hands a bit, so I don't know whether it's a bit dry or a bit wet, but it seems to hold detail in the molds pretty well.
So you've done a few just loose molds?
Yeah, just to test it. This is $2.99 at Value Village. Good for cleaning dross or for scooping out sand to fill your molds with. Good size scoop, and then a nice flat surface so you can put the boards down on. Yeah, just little stuff, lots of stuff you can get at the hardware store. We'll see how the detail is.
Fantastic.
Got a little sieve to sieve out the sand and the clay. In case your sand's really coarse, you can run it through. It would take a while, but the clay, when you process it down in the food processor or blender or whatever, you can bring it down because some of the pieces are harder and they won't come down to a nice powder. So you get like a nice consistency. Different mesh size, you can get different consistency of clay before you mix it all up. But it's a pretty simple recipe.
So as you can see, this setup's pretty ad hoc. This is the first time we're going to actually cast apart. The smelter has been warming up for about 10 minutes. Probably take about 20 to get some heat in it. We got a bit of an aluminum charge in the bottom that's been melted once before. So I'm here with Spencer and I'm Jeff, the Cracker Jack mechanic. We're going to give this a try, first time casting.
We packed it down into the box. The positive is in there. It's going to create a negative in the sand. We've packed it down, so we'll see how the compaction is and how the detail is right now. So it looks like it's come up pretty clean and flat. You can see the baby powder all along the bottom. The compaction looks pretty good. Seems pretty tight, a little bit porous, maybe the sand choice. So we'll see how much detail actually comes out of it. Yeah, it's pretty tight in there. So I don't know if it's gonna survive pulling this out.
Spenny just said proof of concept. Look at that guy go.
Here's the proof in the pudding, or sand rather. Do you think we should pull it or what? Do you think it's hardened enough?
Yeah, I think we're fine to pull it. It'll be really hot in the inside still. That thing will be smoking hot. But you can suspend it in the water now. And I think, yeah, you just kind of, the guy just kicks it. Oh, well, we cast something. So all that loose sand that was left in the bottom kind of screwed us.
I think that's usable though.
It's quite a finish. Not what I expected. I thought it might be a little smoother. Plunger in the water. And actually, I was going to put this in the bottom of the water.
And there's your, see how she goes.
This next segment, we actually cast a lever in a two-part mold. Unfortunately, my video was not on, so we only have the after results. Oh, I don't even think I was recording that.
No way, really?
No, I didn't even record it.
Oh, the best moments.
I know. Well, that's the key, right? We didn't get the best moment of success when we were really enjoying that, but yeah, we got a legit cast part.
Wow, a little bit of shrinkage here and there, but
The ball
that's
didn't completely fill.
This is from the slow pour, I think. Once
Yeah,
the
where I
very
stopped,
end, we
it
had a
could be.
good fill, and then it kind of just slowed and stopped. So whether it's usable, like proper usable.
Which end was up? So flip it over because the ball didn't fill. So that has something to do with
The riser.
the height of the riser.
It went out of the riser before it filled the
so
ball.
we had to put the riser higher.
Out of the ball.
Almost straight out of the ball.
And I think, like, judging by how much passed through this little tiny passage, we
Yeah,
could go with a screwdriver, just poke it.
Like crazy how much came through, eh?
Because, like, look at, I can just break that off with my hands.
We probably could have cast. Nice.
Yeah, good solid.
Nice.
That's solid, man. Wow, that's incredible. Where's the original? Not bad for a home job. Not bad at all.
Overall, we were pleased with how things turned out. This was our first attempt at casting in a 2-part mold, and with a little bit more work, we were able to install the lever and use it that same day. Crackerjack Mechanic, thanks for watching.